Okay, so now we are moving on, and our main protagonists are splitting up. Luke's on his way to Dagobah, and everyone else is going to the rendezvous to get the briefing and do whatever else.
But there's something in that bit. Well, just before as they're splitting up, there's a bit there that shows you how dense Han Solo is and doesn't know maths, because he's like, "Thanks, kid. That's what I owe you." Like, no, that's not how.
No, now work. I owe you one.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Why is it dense? Why does he not know maths?
Well, because Luke owes him one at the end of New Hope, and again when Han saves his life on Hoth. So Luke owes Han 2 favors. So Luke doing Han a favor doesn't mean he owes Han now owes him a favor. It means he owes Han one less favor or one fewer favor than he did previously, unless we're to believe that in some unseen footage, Luke has already done Han 2 favors to cancel out the 2 that he owed him, and has now done him a 3rd favor, which means that Han now owes him a favor. So,
of all the things you have looked far too deeply into, this, my friend,
do you know me at all?
Do I know you? Have you ever met me?
Yeah. The numbers.
You're working on the assumption. You're working on the assumption as well, though, that all favors are of equal value.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Whereas, I mean, surely life-saving favors are worth the same, unless you're saying that Han is. Oh, it's a good point. Han is saying his life is worth so much more than Luke's, that to save Han's life has cancelled out the 2 times he saved Luke's life, and he now owes him a favour.
Luke's just a farm boy from Tatooine, isn't it? Han's
just a farm hand.
Highly valuable smuggler. So
yeah. No, I mean, we've got a good point.
He's got history for that, though. He's got history for not. Actually, he's not really able to count. He's not a very good negotiator. I don't think he's Han when it comes to mathematical things.
Yeah. Like, I'll pay you double. You're throwing away a fortune.
Yeah, that's one. All right, that's one example. Another example, when he's in the refux, when he's talking to Jabba.
I love how you've adopted my term for the special editions.
I'd never heard that
before, on a t-shirt.
I think it's a wonderful team. What's the mid-90s refux? Actually, we're changing the name of the podcast, everyone. It is now going to be called the mid-90s refux.
Hanging.
Actually, or should we? That's a good name for a band as well, isn't it? Like, don't get me wrong, you'd never be able to release anything ever. But
yeah, even if you spelt it like FUX or something. Yeah, okay. Let's stop this bollocks.
Let's stop this.
Anyway,
stop this line.
Anyway, that is the kind of stuff that bothers me about Star Wars. That kind of stuff, and I can't get over it. I never will, and I don't care what you say.
He's negotiating with Jabba as well in the refux, where he's Jabba asks for an extra 20%, and he comes back with 15. It's like, no, man, don't fucking meet him at 15. Go down to 10.
Come on,
and then then you can come and maybe meet at 15. Bloody moron. Come on.
Yeah. Although Obi-Wan's pretty bad as well when they're negotiating for safe passage, and he just offers him millions and millions of credits. Like, we'll give you 7 now and 40 billion, in a few weeks' time.
2 now, 15 when we arrive.
Yeah.
Although if I were 17? Obi-Wan, I'd be very I'd be looking at the small print then. I'd be like, you didn't actually drop us off an order, did you? Unfortunately.
Yeah. Got him on a technicality.
Yeah. We'll give you 2.
Null and void.
Yeah. I think what you actually did was deliver us into the hands of our enemy that we told you to avoid. We did not want any imperial entanglements.
Exactly.
So, and that's going to cost you extra. But you failed, Han. You failed. You did exactly what we asked you not to do.
You did. You're terrible. Call an Uber next time.
We digress. Yeah, we digress. And also, as if Obi-Wan gives a shit, it's not his money, is it?
Well, yeah, he's just promising. Yeah, I know this like super minted princess.
My mate will pay you when we get there. Don't worry. Yeah, they're good for it. Don't worry.
We're going to sell this piece of shit speeder and get you a bit of cash now, and then untold fortunes later.
That person who turns up at a party, it's like, oh, anyone got any cash? I've got a cab waiting outside. I say that person. I don't know any. I've never met anyone like that.
No, but it's a funny thought. Imagine if they had got to Alderaan. That's what Obi-Wan would have had to have done. He's like, "Wait here!" And he had to go running off into this into Alderaan station or something. But Leia,
Leia's
where's the
like,
catch?
oh, thank God you got here. Just before we get
Yeah.
started, Leia, any chance you got 15,000 credits?
Yeah, have you got 15,000
well,
credits?
Not on me. I mean, if you give me a
No,
couple of days, I
that-
could probably arrange it. Who keeps
Why do you
15
need
grand
that
lying
much?
around?
Oh well, it's for this lift we got from Mos Eisley.
It's
You
also-
paid how much? You know we're like
It's
a
also as
rebellion.
well.
We've got no money.
Exactly.
We're scraping resources together, and you blow 17 grand on a lift.
Do you know how much a fucking X-Wing
oh.
costs? we lose 5 of them a day.
Exactly.
Got to replace
Jesus
them.
Christ. She's like, tell you what, I'll just sleep with a guy and see if we'll call it even.
I'll do you better. I'll pretend I'm going to sleep with both of them, and there you go. I will kiss one of them, flirt outrageously with the other one, and whatever comes off, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
And then I'll just get off with a Wookiee in the end.
Oh God! Oh goodness me! Come
Why
on,
not?
you've taken it. I was about to say something all pleasant there, and you've just taken it on a.
Oh,
I don't like it. Anyway, we do need to get back to talking about Return of the Jedi, but it does raise another thing as well: the fact that they have cracked all this amazing technology and whatever else. However, to get paid, I don't know how big these credits are. Actually, we get a glimpse of credits, don't we, in other things now? It's like Andor, I think, has them, and we see them in where they do the heist. Physical form of money. It's like literally loading up boxes onto a trolley.
Yeah,
and I like the fact as well. Everyone in that scene, and I know we're talking about A New Hope now, and we will get back to Jedi. I promise, very quickly.
Okay.
In that scene where he's loading up the thing, and he then tells Luke, "May the Force be with you," despite saying half an hour earlier that he doesn't believe it exists.
Yeah.
And literally everyone else is just scooting around. Like, are you aware this bloke over here is loading thousands? Literally, he's loading your annual wages onto this thing over here.
Yeah. Why is the money so heavy though? It's like they're like proper flight cases, aren't they?
Yeah.
Couldn't they just write him a check or something?
Well, we see it, don't we? They've been cracked. They can't do contactless payment.
Nothing is wireless, is it? In Star Wars, it was not something anyone in the 70s could envisage would be a thing, even in sci-fi world.
Unless
everything's physical, has to unless the plot needs it.
I'm trying to think. Even in sci-fi world, I think there's. Yeah, I was going to start talking about Star Trek. We really haven't got time. Let's get back to Return of the Jedi, for God's sake.
All right. I'm sorry.
Where were we? Teddy bears yet?
Well, they're splitting up. No, not there yet.
Splitting up. So Luke's gone to Dagobah. Luke's gone to Dagobah. Han's got terrible maths, despite the fact it's not a one does not necessarily equal the other, but you think his maths is terrible. Luke's on his way to Dagobah. They're on the way to briefing. What you got? What you got for Dagobah?
Oh,
because I've got some facts.
Factoids. I don't know. I always found it a little too convenient that Yoda just dies like the moment he gets back. We're not sure how. No. Well, we probably are sure how long it is till they've seen each other.
He wasn't going to be in the movie.
Yeah. Oh, was that factoid number one?
It's factoid 1 and done, I think. No, he wasn't going to be in the movie. So he was only written into it to confirm that what Vader had told Luke was correct. So they basically, I think they obviously had some sort of confab where they said, what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we just believing that Vader's correct? Yeah. So the only reason he was written into it eventually was to say, yes,
confirm
what Vader told you was true.
So that's another one of those things that we take for granted, but actually, back then, maybe there was a question mark after people saw The Empire Strikes Back and they'd had a bit of time to digest the twists. Like, oh, actually, was he telling the truth? Was it just to, throw Luke off his game and try and confuse him? And so, it's an interesting point that it's impossible for me to think that we would need that confirmed, but yeah, interesting. That
we don't know that he's called Skywalker, is it? Well, we don't know. Obviously, we know who Luke is, but we didn't know that.
Yeah,
Vader was called. Did we? I'm trying to think in the originals because I know in the refucks,
the
rehashings,
The
He does
runings.
refer to him. He does refer to him when he's down on bended knee talking up to the video chat with the Emperor.
The Emperor.
That
Yeah.
he's
Son of
Anakin.
Skywalker must not become
yes,
a Jedi.
the offspring of Skywalker.
The offspring, yes.
But he doesn't say that's you, by the way, just in case you've forgotten. So
yeah, because that'd be mental. Because who talks like that?
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, Frank Oz and Yoda weren't going to be in it, but they wrote him in purely for that reason. And then obviously Obi-Wan turns up a minute or two later to confirm the news, but also say, "Oh yeah, no, I wasn't lying to you. I didn't lie. It was my point of view.
Oh man,
it was
from a
it
certain
was my
point of view.
It was my truth. I was speaking my truth. You fucking lied, mate.
My truth that was bullshit.
Yeah,
because we changed our minds about how the story goes between films. Yeah, I mean, Yoda says, what does he say? Unexpected and unfortunate that he knows the truth. Which I think is kind of toxic.
Know the truth.
Yeah.
Toxic.
Yeah. Why is it bad that he knows? Would they rather he killed the man without knowing it was his father? How was that better? Were they going to tell him afterwards? Oh, you know that guy we sent you to kill? He didn't kill your dad.
They didn't send him to kill him, though, did they? They tried to stop him. They didn't want him to go.
But it was kind of, but it was building up to eventually he would have to kill Vader. Maybe not as early as Luke buggered off, but that is the idea. That's why they're kind of training him up, getting him all, Rocky montage style, is because they want him to kill Vader and the Emperor. So they would rather he did that, and then they were going to tell him afterwards. Oh, by the way, that was your dad. Sorry, certain point of view. Blah blah blah.
Father.
You know what I mean? It's like
not
great, is it?
No, I mean
they've radicalized the young kid who's seen his guardians murdered. They've indoctrinated him in some ancient religion, and they're trying to get him to commit patricide. Unwittingly, unknowingly.
A word that is. What a word that is.
Oh, you can have that one.
I don't know if you've used it correctly, but I'm going with that. What a great word. What a great word.
Believe that I know.
Churchillian vocabulary.
Churchillian. That's a good word.
Renowned for his broad vocabulary, apparently.
He had some great quips, one-liners as well. Some woman accused him of being all drunk, and he said, "I might be drunk, but you're ugly, and in the morning I'll be sober."
I bet he wasn't.
He said, "No, I bet he wasn't." And then she said something. I mean, I know this is all bullshit. And then she says, "If you were my husband, I'd put poison in your drink." And he said, "If you were my wife, I'd drink it." So,
what an argument! Zinger, just sparring.
Oh,
anyway,
what's a wit?
Dagobah. Anything else about Dagobah you want to mention, apart from Obi-Wan and Yoda being assholes to poor little Luke?
Yeah, I do think it's a little toxic. I'm not happy with that. Very sad when Yoda dies. I get upset pretty much every single time I watch it.
Does he die or does he give himself to the Force? I feel like I need to ask that question now. Anytime a Jedi or Jedi Master dies,
if they leave their clothes
why
behind,
do some of them disappear and some of them not? I mean, is that what happened to the Jawas on? Is that what?
This is back to your theory that C-3PO is only burning their clothes. He's not burning the bodies. It's okay. It's just clothes.
The naked corpses.
Fragile little young David's mind is not going to be ruined.
So, leave the Jawas alone. Anyway,
don't burn their bodies.
But he's
no,
I don't know.
It's he's 900 years old. I don't know if have I already apologized to you about, because we said how long has he been training Jedi, and I got it wrong.
800 years.
800 years training them. 900 years he lives to.
I will do my best to let that go, but it might take a while, I'm afraid.
Oh well, I hope one day you can find it in your heart to forgive me. But do you know what that does mean? Is obviously that means
you know that.
No, true. I hope you find it in your pit of stone in your chest to forgive me. In that black void, in the cavernous of your cavity. But anyway, so that means, and I'm good at maths, better than Han, so I can work this out. if he trained Jedi for 800 years and he died when he was 900 years, he started training Jedi at 100 years old. Can we agree on that?
Yes. Yes.
So
Grogu's got
Grogu's
about
meant
another
to be
50
50 years old, and he's halfway to being old enough to train Jedi. He's going to
to be
do a
fair,
lot of growing in the next 50 years.
Bear in mind, Luke,
he's done very little in the first 50 years.
I think Luke's training Grogu after being a Jedi for what? Well,
5 minutes.
Only pretty much finding out the Force exists 6 years earlier.
Yeah, all right.
None
of this works, does it?
Grogu's all 50 years old.
The little goblin is 50 and he can't even talk.
Who knows? Maybe what their species has is like around about the age of 90 or something. They have like this massive surge of cerebral thing, and they go, boom,
like puberty.
Right, ready now.
Right, I'm a Jedi master now.
There you go. I've written that for Dave Filoni. If you want to take that, it's yours, mate. Run with it.
Have it. Do you know what I don't get is that Yoda's species is meant to be like ultra rare, but then randomly there was that female one in Phantom Menace that we never see again, unless it's meant to be like Yoda in a wig. You see, you don't even remember her, do you?
I don't know. When was
that? There is a female Yoda on the Jedi Council in Phantom Menace. Her name is Yaddle, and you never see her ever again.
I'll tell you what, a female, same species as Yoda. If we just swap a couple of the letters around and then stick an L on the end, done.
Yeah.
Done.
Get one of the old reject puppets that wasn't good enough. Stick a wig on it, maybe a bit of lippy. Right, there we go. I've got another one. No one does. She's the forgotten Yoda species, whatever they are.
Wow.
So, what the hell happened to Yaddle?
To be honest,
let me know, people.
I've put up some barriers in my mind to try and forget lots of Phantom Menace.
I thought you said there were no bad Star Wars films.
No, I don't think. I think you've twisted what I said there. I think what I actually said is never been a Star Wars film that I haven't been able to derive a large amounts of enjoyment from. Which, again, as we spoke, I think last week or the week before, whatever it was,
whenever
Phantom Menace, there was so much buzz and excitement around that. I was all over it. They could have shown me pretty much anything, and I'd have gone, "Oh my god!"
There's just been 2 hours of Jar Jar Binks pod racing, and you'd have been all over it.
I have my limits.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, to be honest,
even you.
I mean, as a character, unnecessary characters in my view, but hey, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah. Now, if it was Brian Blessed's character the whole time, that would have been good. He was awesome.
He was awesome in everything. He's
having the life and play with decent Eason.
Sounds like something like that. Sounds like he basically said, "Do you have sex with these two?"
Is that what you thought life play was?
Life play.
The Gungans.
Are you doing the life play with these two?
Doing a bit of the bit of life play, yeah.
Yes. No, he was good. He was a good character. So anyway, apparently that. One thing I should mention as well, Alec Guinness, and I'm going to leave Alec Guinness alone after this. Actually, I'm not even going to go at him. He's efficient.
Oh, leave the man alone.
There's another single day's work. But he does have a lot less to do this time.
Yeah,
he's basically. I think you can tell from that as well when I watched it back. Like he's literally like his hair. His hair is a bit of a giveaway. I think you should look at it. It's like he's literally walked in from something else.
Not even done, is it?
Chucks on his brown and beige robes.
That's it.
Gone right. Where do I need to? Right, I'll sit there. I need to sit there next to Luke. Right, I'm going to sit down. Come and have a chat, Mark. We'll just knock this out quickly, and then I'm off.
I'm going to bang this out in a take, and I'm fucking out. Of it.
One thing I did do, I saw Alec Guinness this week. Saw an Alec Guinness interview with Parky from for anyone who's unfamiliar. That's his Mr. Parkinson, Michael Parkinson, who is a chat show host from Yorkshire, actually. He's from Barnsley, I believe. Very near to where I am right now.
Wow.
Originally. Wow.
Amazing.
I mean, he's basically my best mate. No, I've never met
He's your
never
dad,
ever
isn't
met
he?
the guy. Never ever met the guy. But yeah, he was on Parky and he was being interviewed about Star Wars, and he was actually very complimentary about it. He said
Oh,
he said he
fair
originally
enough.
got the script, saw it was science fiction, said, don't
No,
think so, mate.
thanks.
But then he said he started reading the scripts, and he said,
Mm.
I think he said about the language being a bit like
Bonkers.
not sure about this.
Yeah.
But he said, but I just had to keep reading it, and he was like, oh, and it was just a really good story. So and he said it made him feel really good, and he had a really positive impact on him.
Fair
So
enough.
it was like a really, and then they told the story about the percentage.
Oh,
he
really?
said-
They talked about it. They talked money.
Yeah. So apparently something happened whereby originally 2% was written into it, and then this is how Alec Guinness tells the story, at least 2% was written into the contract, and then there was. Can you just talk a sec? I think my headphones have gone off.
Hello?
My headphones have gone off. Why?
Oh, no.
Oh no, they're back. What just happened?
Sorry, hear me
listeners.
now?
Sorry.
Hear me now.
I don't know. My headphones just made a really weird noise. It's just I don't know.
Have
why.
you remembered to charge them?
I have. I've charged them all day. Paranoia. Anyway,
Overcharged.
right.
Them.
Alec Guinness, 2%. So apparently, George Lucas phoned him up like day before release and was like, "Oh, all the critics have been really good. So we think we're going to do really well. Do you want an extra 0.5%?"
What?
And Alec Guinness was like, "Yeah."
Why would you say no?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
is George Lucas as bad a negotiator as Han Solo?
Apparently so. Maybe that was his inspiration.
Giving extra percentages away. Yeah, just wrote
That
it in.
was his
This is how
inspo.
people haggle. Just ring them up and offer them loads more money.
Would you like more money?
Oh,
yeah.
right.
So that was that really. But yeah, day's work. Another day's work for Mr. Guinness.
He's bold in there. He's chucked off his fucking King Lear robes or whatever he had on at the time. He's put his pajama jacket on. He's sat on a log. He's pissed Luke off with some garbage, and then he's fucked off before lunch. That's it.
I think you've summed it up there. I think we could have done the whole podcast in 30 seconds. You've done very well.
Why do we talk rubbish for so long? And that's all we had to say.
I ask myself this every week. I try not to let my wife know that I think that way, because I don't want to confirm her worst fears.
Why are you in that room
anyway.
for so long?
Anyway, on the subject of being briefing.
Yeah,
the briefing. We've done it.
Clever.
We've done, unless
we've done Dagobah. No, fuck it, we're done.
Right, we're gone.
No,
right, briefing. Why the fuck is Han so underprepared? Because he's not done anything. He's literally. They ask him, Han, are you ready? Like, yes, yes, I am ready. I am ready. I've got a team, but I don't have anyone to command the shuttle. Sounds like a pretty big fucking thing you haven't done there, Han.
Sounds a little like you're not ready.
Are you ready? Really? I don't think you are. I don't know. So
sounds a lot like me when I go to a work meeting. Like, yeah, Steph, you done that? You got that presentation ready? Yeah, it's completely ready. I just need to put all the slides together, and then it's done.
Can you show it to us now? Wow. Shit.
Let's not be hasty. I need some volunteers to do it for me.
I'd done it all, and then 5 minutes before I came in here, I thought I'll just do a quick edit, and I was editing it, and I've saved it somewhere that I can't remember where I've saved. So I'll find as soon as we walk out here, I'll find it. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I'll speak to you in a couple of hours.
I see it. Just winging it. That is what Han's doing, isn't he? And he's meant to be a general. Is he a general or captain at this point? No, he's general.
General. And this is another thing. The rate at which I know the rebellion, they probably can't afford to be too picky, but the rate at which they promote people. I mean, bear in mind, he's been on ice for 3 years.
Yeah.
Literally comes out, not having been in battle, he's not done anything for 3 years. No slow return to work. No keeping in touch.
No,
Days. He's just fucking right.
no
You go back
phased
in.
return.
Oh, and by the way, you're a general commanding an entire team.
Yeah,
You are
you got to run this whole show now.
exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's the Empire promotes.
Same with Lando
literally
as well.
by straddling.
Lando's literally only just turned up.
Yeah, he's just been doing shifts as Jabba's fucking, muscle man, doorman for a while, hasn't he? He's been in like
Very
deep
much
cover.
Very much so.
But it's better than having your boss strangle your superior and then promoting you that way, which is the Empire way of doing it.
Yes.
So let's just say the whole promotion thing's not well handled in the Star Wars universe. By either side.
HR teams are not in control.
Oh no, they didn't get a variation letter through for their contract or anything. It's just
no
field promotions all the way.
Absolutely.
It's like a war. It's a war of the stars. So it's promotions in the battlefield.
It is. And talk about being underprepared as well. Like, what was Lando going to be piloting when they attacked the Death Star? Because it feels like literally they're walking out all to go to their separate things and like, it's like Han like chucks in the keys for the Falcon.
Yeah,
there you go, mate. Do you want to take that? It's like, well, actually, no. I don't know if you know Han, but this is a military operation. And
yeah, were you in the briefing?
Yeah,
when we talked about the vehicle I'd be taking into battle.
No, Hans like, oh, sorry, mate. Nodded off during that point.
Yeah,
nodded off.
There was a mirror, and I was just staring at my reflection for the whole time.
Could have been. Well, maybe he was wishing he was gone because I think there was a lot of chat amongst. So I'm trying to think. Oh, the guy's name slipped my mind now. There was a guy who worked on Empire, but then he was also going to be a producer on Jedi, but left in pre-production or something.
On it in what way?
I can't remember his name. Kurtz.
Gary Kurtz.
Gary Kurtz. There you go. So he didn't work on Jedi in the end. So he started. He was there. He was there.
Oh, he's like the producer or something, isn't he?
Yeah. So he walked away because he apparently was of. There was a few script changes that he wasn't happy with. So he I think was on the same wavelength of like Harrison Ford. Was like, well, let's kill someone.
Right. Yeah.
They basically they wanted
some gravitas.
Yeah. So he wanted to kill a main character in like Act 1.
Right.
So that then you'd have people like to keep people guessing.
Some stakes.
So basically, like, well, we killed off this person, so potentially they could get rid of someone else fairly significant. And a legend has it that Lucas's response to that was a dead Han Solo does not sell action figures.
That's a cynical thing to say, isn't it?
You guys, you can imagine it being true, though.
Yeah, totally. Exactly. Well, they knew the value of the merchandise after the first two films. It was not something they could ignore.
No, quite. But he was, that was him. Do you know as well? There's a little cameo by another movie character in that briefing when Luke turns up. I'm with you too. Someone's over his shoulder.
Oh, is it an alien?
It is an alien.
Is it an extraterrestrial?
It is.
Alien.
It is. It's E.T. Yes. Well
E.T. They also show up in the prequels.
Bastards. There's a pair of them, isn't there?
Everywhere. Yeah, that's right. One of the pods in the. Well, maybe, but the scene I'm thinking of is in the council chambers, whatever it's called, and there's a little pod of ETs.
The Senate.
Parliament of
Senate.
ETs.
Let's call it what it is. The Senate.
Yeah. Okay. That place.
The Senate.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Did you say like that because it's got a Welsh director?
No, it's that's just how the whatever they call the Trade Federation.
Oh yeah, Newt Gunray and the other guy.
We have done it with the Senate.
Yeah, they do have this weird, odd accent.
Yes, very odd accent.
Oh, da, da,
Very odd accent.
da. What does he say? We would never do anything to upset the Senate. Or something like that.
I don't know. Let's get away from this quickly before we embarrass
Yeah.
ourselves further.
I think
Any
that's
more than we normally do. Yeah.
too late.
Okay, right. So Dagobah.
I'll tell you
briefing,
what.
go on.
Yeah, but the briefing
Whoa,
is. Whoa.
what you got?
What? Well,
Go on. No, talk about the
it
briefing.
just seems it's a bit silly. Like just expanding on what you're saying about Han, where he's putting his strike team together. It's like, oh, I haven't got anybody, and then like all the main characters suddenly pipe up. Oh, how about me? And me and me. Like,
Yeah.
oh wow, yeah, we got the whole gang together. How convenient! All the main characters,
Never
the only
talked
ones
to
who are going to be on
Leia and
camera.
Chewie about it.
Yeah,
Literally, like as
did
if like, did he get like just a text message or did they have a meeting about this to plan out this attack?
well,
And
yeah,
just like come out of the meeting, which neither Leia or Chewie would be in, which Leia surely would be in all those meetings. And Chewie, I don't know, Chewie's off doing something else, fixing a Falcon or something. And then literally no one goes like, "Oh, how's your day been, Han? Had you spoken about anything we need to know about?"
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's like, I'm really stressing about this project I've been asked to do. Well, do you want to talk about it? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to wing it.
Oh.
And I'm just going to hope people randomly walk through the door at the right time and volunteer to be on the team.
I'm with you too.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off, Luke. Smarmy prick.
Oh, I know. So annoying.
Yeah.
And it's like, just gives Leia a little shit-eating grin, like, I know something you don't know.
Ask
She goes,
me
what?
again sometime.
Yeah. He's like, She's like, no, fucking tell me now. If it's that important that you're going to smirk at me. Plus, what happened on Dagobah? You're going to tell us about that? It doesn't even tell them that Yoda's died or anything. Like, come on, what's the news?
Well,
I thought you were going to
Yoda,
finish your training. Why are you back so soon? You said you were going there to finish your Jedi training. We thought you'd be gone for months.
So I am a Jedi.
Yeah.
No,
So was he expecting to miss that whole bit? Because he thought he was going back to finish his training on Dagobah. So presumably thought that was going to take a while. So he just was planning on not being around for like weeks or months.
I don't know. It felt more like it felt to me less like going to finish his training, more like going to visit a grandparent.
His gran.
Yeah. Just before we meet up that lot, I've just got to nip around to my nan's for a cup of tea. I've not seen her for a while.
Yeah, I said I'd look in on her. She's not been too good. I'm worried she's going to dissolve into clothes at any point.
She's on the verge of giving herself to the Force. I can't.
I'll tell you what, I've got first dibs on that nice robe that she's always wearing if she does disappear. I'll give it to an Ewok or something.
Luke had arrived a few hours later. He just walks in. He's got a pot boiling over on the stove and just a pile of clothes.
A pile of clothes. Where the fuck is he?
Yeah, naked again. Oh, Granddad's gone out naked again.
Oh, it's happening again.
Oh, Jesus.
Call the number. Get the
phone call
tranquilizer darts. Yeah.
Oh, he's
He's
plugging
gonna
around
be down
Marks
that
and Spencer's
bingo
naked.
Flopping about the place.
Never mind. Anyway.
Oh, well.
Anyway. Right.
Anyway.
Briefing. Done.
Yeah, done.
Out
of there.
Done. Next, we will move on to the three-pronged final act of Throne Room,
Triple Trouble,
Death Star attack, and Endor. And we'll probably start with it. We'll probably lead in with the Endor bit because it's kind of where they go first and whatever else. But we'll break here. I'll be back in a few minutes.